Hey guys, how's it going today? I hear a lot of people have been having all kinds of troubles with Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree. Now, there's a couple of things I've kind of figured out and gone over as I've played through this. I haven't completed it yet. I've gotten pretty far though, so I figure I've got a few basic tips that may help everybody kind of get started so they can at least get their feet wet, catch their bearings, and at least get them on the right path to success while heading through this DLC, because this place is quite difficult, and there are a couple of things that I think can really give players a little bit of a heads up and give you a much better chance of successfully guiding or successfully leading yourselves through this area, you know, so just how to get through it. Straight up, how to get through it. So let's get started, shall we? Alright, well, the first tip I want to give you guys is to level your Vigor. If you have a look-see at my health meter, I have 50 Vigor with this character. Oh shit. And I recommend at least having 40 Vigor. Because if you have 40 Vigor coming into this DLC, you at least have a fighting chance of surviving more than like 2 hits. So I actually truly recommend probably 50 Vigor would be the way to go. Again, just for survivability, a lot of the enemies in this hit really hard, hit really fast, and just for basic survivability reasons, you're going to want to have a decent amount of hit points. So I really want to stress, make sure you have at least 40 Vigor. You probably want to go with 50. You really do. So I think that's a good base. I know it's quite a lot of rune levels that you're going to have to acquire. Oh, jeez. As you can see how hard and how fast these enemies hit, Vigor can really save your butt from getting outnumbered and annihilated within seconds. So there are many enemies in this DLC that hit very hard, very fast, for multiple attacks, and you can find yourself in deep trouble within seconds. So again, make sure you guys level your Vigor to at least 40. I, again, recommend 50, but 40 will probably be enough. So as long as you guys kind of do that, you should be okay. It's a good starting point to enter the DLC at level 40. Well, 40 or 50 Vigor. Alright guys, a second thing I really want to recommend here is for you to upgrade your blessings. They are right in here. Make sure you level up your blessings of both types. You will find the items that are necessary to level up your blessings all over the DLC. What I mean is make sure you grab them and utilize them. The Erdtree blessings will increase your damage by, I think it's 5%. And I think it also increases your defense by about 5%. So these things are only active inside the DLC, but they will help you big time. And of course, your Spirit Ash blessings will increase the power of your Spirit Ashes. So these are both extremely useful. Be sure to grab these things. You will find them all over the place. So I guess what I'm really stressing is make sure you actually level them up at the Sites of Grace. Don't just grab the items. Make sure you use them unless you want things to be a lot more difficult for you. So they are scattered all throughout the DLC. So hopefully you guys don't have too much trouble acquiring those, and make sure you use them when you do. So should be a great help to you. Also want to make sure you guys utilize your great runes. I've been using Morgoth's, which gives you an increased, hit point. It increases your total amount of hit points. Basically, I guess you can't really go wrong with the great runes, whichever one you prefer using, but I highly recommend you go in here with a bunch of rune arcs. Make sure you utilize your great runes, because that one little extra bit of health, that one little extra bit of help, not just health, help. The little amount of help that those great runes it can save you. In case you get into a really hairy situation, that little sliver of health, that tiny little stat increase really could mean the difference between success and failure. It seems to me that they really are really stressing that they want us to utilize every single aspect, or not aspect, but every single ability, all the stats. They want us to utilize basically everything available to us. It really does feel that way, and I feel somewhat gimped if I'm not using one of my rune arcs. It's something that I didn't really feel was all that necessary in the base game. But again, here in the DLC, we're looking for everything, any little tiny thing that can help, and Great Runes are probably the answer to that. So, at least in my opinion, it really can help you. It's very useful. It doesn't take that much. You probably have acquired a whole bunch of rune arcs anyway from playing through the regular game. So, hey, here. I didn't know I'd hired as a... I guess I got a new job as a part-time exterminator playing this game, huh? I've acquired plenty of on-the-job training, so hey, let's keep rocking it, shall we? Anyway, make sure you utilize those great runes. It really can be the difference between life and death. Just that slight little increase of health really could save you. So don't forget about those. Don't sleep on them. Another thing I wanted to mention, as you guys are traversing through the world of Shadow of the Erdtree, do not forget to check vertically, okay? There are a lot of areas you can get to in this just by simply hopping down. So that's something I really want you guys to keep an eye on, is look for areas where you can head downwards. I guess probably upwards might be something you want to look into too. I didn't really, haven't really thought of that too much, because there aren't too many sections in the game where you're actually heading up. But there are a lot of little hidden areas and places you can only get to by dropping down. So do keep your eyes open. There are quite a few things that I missed. Like, it feels like I should have seen them, and I didn't, just because I simply didn't look down. So, let me take care of this bat real quick right here. Whoa. Okay. Let's do it this way. But yeah, anyway, that being said, long story short, look for ways you can head downwards. There's lots of new areas of the map, lots of new just stuff you will find heading down. So don't just necessarily head left to right. If you're looking for the map, if you're looking for lots of little things, looking for some new areas, you don't seem to be able to figure out a way to get to them. A lot of the time the answer could be right in front of you. It's just down. So keep that in mind, guys. Do not forget to look up and down. You could be missing a lot of fun content. So be wary of that. Keep an eye out. Look up and down. And that should at least help with your exploration throughout this area. So there's quite a bit to see. It's a lot bigger than I thought. So anyway, like I said, make sure you do not forget to look downwards as you are trying to navigate through the area, collect map pieces, and do all the other kind of fun stuff that comes along with this game. Another thing I wanted to stress for you guys is to utilize your spirit ashes. I do believe, after playing through this, spending a decent amount of time playing through this, I do believe that the developers intended us to use these spirit ashes, because there are so many areas, especially the bosses, where they're just exactly right there, huh? Where the enemies will just aggro all over you. You barely get any kind of window to defend, to heal, anything like that. So having a spirit ash, not only do they dish out some, helpful damage, but just for the simple fact that they can take the aggro off some of these enemies, especially the bosses. It can be extremely frustrating when they just relentlessly attack you when you have very few openings. So, utilizing your spirit ashes will increase your survivability by a high amount. I want to say, make you twice as likely to survive an encounter utilizing a spirit ash, and it might even be higher than that. They are extremely helpful, especially in boss areas, and anytime you run into enemies with any type of difficulty whatsoever. It really, really is helpful. It's very useful. Multiple Ashes of War. Kind of take your pick, and you guys should be good from there. So, well, hopefully you guys found these tips helpful and useful throughout your adventures throughout the world of Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree. There is a lot to see here, a lot to go over. and it's extremely difficult. Straight up, it's very difficult. There's a lot to see, so hopefully these tips will help you guys on your adventures through here and not give you too much trouble. There's enough trouble as it is. You're gonna find issues everywhere you go, deadly enemies, dangerous situations, extremely powerful bosses, all of it coming your way. So again, hopefully these tips will help guide you guys to a little bit more success throughout your adventures through Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree, man. So thanks for spending some time with me. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and keep a lookout on this channel for some more Elden Ring Shadow of the Erdtree content. So hopefully you guys have a fantastic day. Thank you very much for watching. Peace out.